All right, so circuits don't have to be that difficult. Circuits are quite simple. So actually I didn't put this in my little diagram. I should have put a bit more effort into this now that I'm thinking about it. But so circuits on a box or fabricator can have up to 8 different circuits that it can run off to. So you pick which direction it wants to go. But for now, we're just speaking circuits 1 and 2 for simplicity. And then we'll start building out. I might have to edit a few things, but then we'll start building out what we can do with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different circuits. The first one, and we actually do have to use the circuits because we do have to differentiate what goes where. So right now, with circuits, circuit 1 is in, essentially, and circuit 2 is out. So anything that's coming into that, so if you want stuff coming into the storage box, that's circuit 1. If you want something to go into fabricator, it goes into circuit 1. But when you're coming out, so for example, circuit 2, something from the fabricator will go back into circuit 1. As you can craft direct from anything, you have the storage, you will always begin the craft at fabricator refinery to storage. You don't need to start from storage, right? Correct. Actually, that's a very good point. The point for that, though, so if you give guild access to just have you have a large base, and sorry, I should have actually thought about this one, Famous, so I'm glad you brought that up. If this is your base, it doesn't matter. It just finds the stuff anyway. But if you've got a base where you got access to everybody, that's where circuits become super important. Any guild members that come in and have access to your base, if they walk up to a fabricator, they can, sorry, no, I lie. Actually, I haven't tested it, but yeah, no, because right now, so in the beta, when you're playing the beta, sorry, I apologize. I was thinking something else. So in the beta, you would have had everything set to circuit 1. You never would have changed. So that's why the fabricator, for example, could see all your materials because you're in and out, everything was circuit 1. So yeah, sorry, I lie. I was completely off topic. So when you started the beta, everything was circuit 1. Everything could see each other. It would grab anything from everywhere. So if it's your base, perfect, just leave it. Doesn't matter. It can see where it needs to go. If it's your base again and you like organization, this is where circuits can come in handy. So the things go into the right boxes and you can find things like that. But the most important part about circuits and making sure that you can set them up and so guild members can't come in and take stuff. So if you have everything at circuit 1 and you go craft something at the fabricator, then any materials that you put in your box, that fabricator will go find it and look for it, even though you've locked out all your boxes. So you'll make the owner of each one of those boxes, each one of those boxes will be the owner. So you think, oh, they're locked, no one can get into them. But if someone uses a fabricator, the fabricator can still access them. So that's why it's super important to set up the circuits. It's also a fun thing to do. So first example, basic example. So we've got the red pen we've got the red pen. So we want to put mats in the fabricator, right? So you could lock the box to stop stealing, but allows guildies to craft it. Yes. So let's just say you got all these rare mats sitting in a box, and you've just locked out your box. If your fabricator is open for that circuit, and the guild member can use the fabricator, it will go pull the mats. Yes, I'm using circuits, Rotten Bob, but it is wireless. You do not have to wire anything here. That's a good point. What game was I playing? Oh, the front where you'd wire everything. So circuit 1, for example, from a box to a fabricator goes to circuit 2. So anything out of circuit 2 goes straight into circuit 1. So as you see, output, input. Now if we go green, if we need any mats, we can come across, up and in. Any mats that are going in, that need to go into the fabricator, perfect example right here, we can put everything in. So very basic circuit, and this is how it would be set up. Nothing too complicated here. Looks good. The only thing is with the fabricator, because the fabricator has its own individual inventory that's currently empty, it does need to be full before it starts to move stuff across to your box. So the trick is that most people have seen that I do, just put one thing only. You can make it whatever you like in these boxes, because once it's full, it will automatically work on circuit 2 and go to circuit 1. If there's a spot free in the fabricator, it will start allocating stuff to those spots. So very, very, very simple. I'll move this. Now, what you can do, let's just say your box isn't big enough or you are crafting a lot of materials, you can add to the circuit. Where's my pen gone? I've lost it. There it is. So yeah, output, the red one. You can, now this is up to you and how you do it. You can extend this. I'll come off this branch here. As long as you set your box to circuit 1, and the box has to be circuit 1, you can set up 3 boxes, for example. Just put some arrows so you know where it's going. And anything from this fabricator will start separating across all these 3 storage boxes. So more than enough storage for the fabricator. And that's a very easy way to do it. Or just if you want to segregate your raw materials versus your finished goods, you can change, and how we're going to rub this out. Didn't think about this or did I? Yeah, let's go. What does this do? No, that's white. How do you make a black eraser? Don't know. Can you make a black one? Surely there's a way you can make a black eraser. Maybe not. We'll erase it and then we'll color it in. So remove this one, because this one's not going to be applicable. Going back to my school days, use black paint. Oh, yes, that's a good point. Use black paint to just color it in. So what you can do is all your mats can go into circuit 1. All we need to do here, and I'll use your trick there with the black paint. Circuit 1. Where is T? So for example, we might make this circuit 3. Why isn't that happening? There we go. So we do need to change the circuit. Why is you not working for me? I said 3. Done. I should just write it so we're not slowing it down. Okay. So now that circuit 3, it's out of the equation. So anything that goes into circuit 3 is out. So anything that you put in this box. So your little guy comes along, drew the drawing. You come along, you got all your mats, and you pop them in the box, and all your things in this box. So raw materials go in there, and then anything out of your fabricator will then go into these 2 boxes only. So anything that's raw, so a dump box, for example, you can make this a dump box. Everything goes in there, and then when you do the mats, they come out. So this might be next to your door, and these ones might be next to your fabricator or workbench or whatever it is. Fab. So that's another way you can segregate your boxes and make things work. Hey, Poite. Am I saying it right? Is it Poite? Poite or Poite? I hate saying names wrong. Hey there, Australia. Only 2 days next live stream with Funcom. It's 2 a.m. for Australia. And welcome, Rave. Welcome. Yeah, 2 a.m. So unfortunately, I'll miss the 2 a.m. session, but I will make. But I'll 100% be wake up early enough to watch that. So I'm looking forward to it. See what we can get. First one was so Poite. Oh, hang on. Look, I'll get them right and I'll get them wrong. Okay, so now we'll get rid of we'll pretty much undo all of it. So that's it. We had the basic circuit. Then we had a secondary circuit for overloading extra boxes. Then we had a third circuit if you want to segregate the boxes. 6 p.m. for me, EU. So it's a great time, Rave. Great time. Let me undo this one. Okay. So now that we've only had one machine. Oh, sorry. The other one is if you're using multiple machines and multiple boxes, you are going to have to. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this right. I'm going to do this right. No, I'm not. I'm going to do it wrong. Move this out. We'll color this in. Yeah, I think we're going to write the numbers in. We're not going to draw them in. It takes too long. So if we want to use multiple machines, and we can only use up to 8, unfortunately. So you do have to think about how you're going to use your machines. Hey, chicken, how you going, buddy? You mad unit. But if we're using multiple machines, so the circuit stays the same. So the circuit stays the same as we had it before. We'll turn this down a little bit, make the pixels a little bit smaller. The circuit stays the same. Where are we? Red. We want red. Circuit stays the same. Comes in. Straight in. That one stays the same. Bang. Hang am I doing that? I did that. Look at my arrows. Fucking dickhead. So 2 is out. 2 is out. Jesus. That's not going anywhere. So back, out, bang, bang, bang. All right. Because anything from these refineries is going to go in that box. Anything from this refinery is going to go in that box. And then we'll go green. Same again. Bang, bang. I won't draw the arrows on this one. I might just complete this. My OCD will start to hurt. Bang, 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 and bang. That's a Z, you dickhead. Bang. All right. So 3 simple circuit setup. Easy peasy. Stuff's going to come out of your fabricator, into your box, out of your refinery, into your box. The only thing you have to do now is make sure your circuits are different. Unless you want mats coming out of this box and this box and this box, you need to segregate your boxes. So you might have box 1, box 2, and where's my camera? Is it in the way? We can see. Box 3. Did you see how big the vehicle fabricator is later on? Need a lot of space. Oh, you need a big base, Rave. You need 100% a big base. So for box 1 and the fabricator, we're going to use circuits 1 and 2. So then what we can do here is use circuit 3 and 4, 5 and 6. Same again over here, 3 and 4. Hang on, is that right? Did I do that right? Yes. 5 and 6. I'm sure I did that right. So what will happen is the circuit stuff from circuit 6 will go into circuit 5. And circuit 6, hang on, did I do that wrong? Why is my brain hurting right now? So into circuit 1. So, out. It goes out, and then we go circuit 1. Hang on a second. Did I fuck up? I'm thinking about this. I did. I've stuffed up completely. So it's the orientation. Wow. Yes. I'm just looking at it, I'm like, that doesn't work out. It's the orientation of my numbers that I completely screwed them over. Jesus. I should not have turned on the stream tonight. on a second. Here we go. Let's fix this up because we're better than this. We're better than this. I could have left them there, to be honest. But I didn't like the size. Bang and bang. Because this is where I got myself bloody all confused. I can see what I've done now. So what you need to do, where's white? We'll make that smaller. White. Smaller again. Bit bigger than that. All right. My little engineering head is getting fried. Oh, 100%. I'm sitting here. I was like, hang on a second. That doesn't work. Because this, you can call it circuit 1, but this on... So the top one is the first one on the left, and I probably should have orientated it. That's where I've got myself wrong. The circuit on the left is your in, the circuit on the right on your machine. Now, the circuit on the right machine's your out, the circuit on the left is your in. It's not the circuit number, and that's why I screwed up. So just say this is the left one. And this is the right one. Wow. I feel like I need to completely wipe this now. So the left one goes into your right one. And then same again, your left one. So this one will be circuit in. So this one will be circuit 1. So out to circuit 1, into circuit 1. Out of circuit 2, into circuit 2. There we go. Now we've got it right. It only took us, but what a dickhead. Wow. I'm going to completely redo this. I feel like we need to turn the stream off and start again. So that, I'm going to type this up. Type this up. Where's T? Not T. We're on the wrong program. So left. Whoop. And I should have orientated the other way. This is where I've gone way out of course. Left. And then, where are we? Right. All right, there we go. I'll color these out so I'm not confused. Da-da-da-da. See here, paint for a little bit. This is looking better now. Okay, we did it. 10 out of 10. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So the same concept applies previously. It's just that we're going to make sure we put it in the right circuits. From the left to the right. Shoot a question to try and break the game. Can you set both sides to a single circuit number? Yes. Because then it just opened everything. Because that's how it was in the beta, wasn't it? I'm sure it was 1-1. To double the amount of circuits. Can you set both sides to a single number? It was 1 and 1, I'm sure of it. I'm going to have to go back and watch a video to double check. But, so yes, so here we've got circuit, just make sure we've got, make it a bit smaller. There we go. So the left circuit, we're going to go 3 and 4. Same again, 4 and 3. 5 and 6, 6 and 5. There we go. That's better. Circuit went all the way up to 8, right? Yes, it did. Oh, to double the amount? Yeah, no, you can only go up to 8. You can only go up to 8. So, for example, for here, we can, if we want it this way, we can only put 4 machines on this type of circuit structure. So, now that we got rid of all of that mess, this is correct, by the way. The other one was not. So we get rid of that mess. I'm going to undo. all back again. Let's get a clean slate. Would have been better if I had this in a layer and then I could have just deleted the layer. Wow, I put some mess on top of that, didn't I? Oh, no more undos. Spewing. We'll go black one. And we'll go drop him there. There we go. That's not too bad. All right. So what are the other opportunities that we have here? So we can add extra boxes. Circuit 1, circuit. Oh, we've got to get rid of these guys too. Where's my pencil? Pencil. Make a big pencil. Done. What other combinations can we think of? And when you used to do this at school, would you use a large whiteboard to show everyone on the stream? I wouldn't stream at school, Bob. Hang on, when you used to do this at school. Yeah, when were you at school, Bob? Because I was at school bloody 20 years ago, 21 years ago. So it was a while ago now. It's a while ago. Afraid the drivers put a lot of effort into something like this. Hey, Ant, how you going, buddy? Look, it's not bad. It's not bad. Hey, Soft Cheese. Thanks, buddy. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm trying to think. There's another... There was another circuit I was thinking of today, make it more complex. Because realistically, we might want... that's the one. Let's just say this is our resource box. Bloody don't hire me to wipe your house. So your resource... The dump box. We'll call this a dump box. So that's a dump box. Oh, mate. He comes, dumps all his stuff into there. Circuit 1. We want all of these. So this is, reminder, this is, the left is our in. So I should have actually said left and right. I've got to change that, actually. So let's do that. Let's do that now. We need to do this for completeness. We don't want people jumping in the stream and they get confused. What is it? Circuit equal left. Oh, circuit. See, the problem is I've got top and bottom. I have to call them circuit left and right. I really broke this, didn't I? I'm just trying to think, is there a quick way to do it? No, we're gonna have to stick with it. Circuit left equals in. Make this a bit bigger. And circuit right equals out. So that's in game because it's in the game. It's on the left side. It's on the right side. Make a nice little square around it. Beautiful. We'll make another square. And we're going to fill. No. Undo, you dickhead. Oh, redo. Just breaking shit. Do that one. And that one. Wow. I'm having a great day. This is horrible. Infocus Media Group. Wish I paid attention to this in the beta. No, well, look, it's a good time. You didn't need to pay attention. I've got you now. I'm just saying, in a big guild, better have one guy doing all this because we have multiple chefs. Oh, Chiefs, yeah, 100%. This could be a bit much for one guy for sure. So look, I do this again. Bloody hell! Why did I pick paint to be the thing that I used today? So white. Circuit left equals in. Circuit right equals out. Apologies for the orientation of the pictures. Can I get a box now? Can I, or will I fuck it? No fill, box, white, should be fine. Done. All right, we're done. Just think of all the storage you're going to have in a guild and in-game. Oh, it's going to be a lot, 100%. Maybe you need to, I need to do a paint tutorial, 100% I do in Focus, 100%. There are larger boxes. The larger boxes will go quite nice, I reckon. So we'll get our pen back. We've got a small font. We've got red. So dump box, and we're going to use them across all machines. So out is the circuit 2, which is the one on the right. So the circuit on the right will go into our in. So we'll go up, into there, and bang, into there. Very simple. Make sure we know where everything's going. So dump box in, and then, so what that will mean is if you're coming out of circuit 2, each one of your machines on your inside, so on your left side, must be circuit 3. So all these boxes will pull from your dump box, if that's what you want. From there, if you want to get a bit more organized, you can then say, look, fabricator, I would like that in a separate box because we are going to make it a bit, what's the word? Fancier. Because you might have a requirement for things to go in certain areas. Come in, he can go into there, and then he can come bang into this one as well. So at least you know where they're going. However, we do need to make sure, same again, we cannot pick one of the circuits that we've picked already. So the hard part is trying to remember what circuits you actually use out of the 8, because this could get confusing. So in this instance, where we've got circuit 2 is going out, or this, I should get rid of that one. Hang on. Where's the pencil? Black. And circuit 1, get rid of that one. Pencil, white. All right, so circuit 3. On the outside goes to the inside on circuit 3. So if we want our green to be circuit 1, that can be circuit 1. And then we just need to remember this is 2, this is 2, and this one is, oh, I put 2 in the wrong spot. Bang, bang. 2, 2, and 2. Make sense? We can't label storage boxes. At the moment, as far as I know, no. At the moment, from what I know from the beta, storage labeling is not a thing. So it could get confusing. It'd be good if you could rename the circuits. That would be nice. 8 circuits might not be enough. 8 circuits might not be enough. But I guess it's how I guess you are limited to what you can do. Same as building. You do what you can do. One big guild base for endgame, I'm sure we'll have our own private outpost that a guild can also visit. Yeah, I think from a building perspective, I think, yeah, you're definitely fine because everyone will have their own base. There's no way you won't have your own base. Everyone loves to build. Everyone can build it their way. You get your all your copters and buggies and bikes and whatever you need. So the most complicated this is going to get is purely if you want to set up a guild base. But like I said, at the same time, you only have eight options or 8 circuits. You don't necessarily have 8 options because it depends on where your drop boxes are versus the loot goes. It does keep things organized. But like I said, at the end of the day, the only reason you probably need circuits is guild protection. I don't see any other reason why because the machines are quite good, as in you'll go to the machine, you want to craft something, it'll tell you how many of that item you have. So it's not like you have to go, oh, shit, let me go look in all the boxes. It counts it all for you. So you don't even go look. You just go look at the machine to see if you've got what you need. Just a question. I didn't check this during beta. Can your inventory storage on vehicles also use circuits? Yeah, I don't know if they use circuits. I'd have to double check if they use circuits. But I do know your inventory in your buggy, if you are in your sub-thief, that the machines will look at the inventory in the buggy. But I'm going to say yes. I feel like that the answer to that is yes, but I'm not 100% sure. The guys I play with come from the game Scum, where our entire squad contributes to our large base, equally bringing in resources and gear. Yeah, look, it depends on who you're playing with in Focus. If you know the people, you trust the people. I think the hard part is when you play with, like, you join one of these larger guilds, you don't know anyone. Like, you might come into the game solo and said, yeah, put my hand up, I want to go play with a guild. You jump into the guild, and then all of a sudden, someone's stealing all your stuff. So being to lock things down would be nice under the one roof, but we're keen to have that plus an outpost. That would be nice. How many you got in Focus? How many you got? Because we're recruiting. If you're interested, we're recruiting. So we are recruiting across 3 regions. We got a guild leader in EU, a guild leader in NA, and a guild leader in Oceania. I'm running the Oceania guild. We've got Dilvish running the NA guild, and Zalmoxes running the EU guild. So we do want to have one strong guild on each to make that our most viable option. I'm definitely, after this stream, I am definitely going to do this again, draw it up nicer so it makes more sense. In Focus, I've got friends that I don't even trust. I've got friends that I play with. They jump in. The first thing they say is, where are my guns? They don't go farm any scrap. They don't go get any stone or wood or whatever is required. They'll go straight to a box and say, where's the gun? And run straight outside, no armor, with a gun. Well, I have faith in your sorting of main base fire players. The main base will be paying tax. I have faith. I'll bring spice and water. Very good. Can I have a gun? Yeah, it's that easy. In Sydney at the moment, we've got 5 coming across, but maybe more, up to 8. Nice. Well, if you're interested in Focus, definitely check out our Discord below. Jump in the Discord, and yeah, if 8 of you, 5 or 8 of you want to jump in, we are looking for the OCE guild, just because I'm running it, and as you can see, I'm a bit louder than the other ones. We are creating 2 guilds. So the first one will be the more sweaty, PvP focused, hardcore guild, and the second one is more for the solo players. Because the big thing with this game is you sort of need to be in a guild so you can benefit from the lens rad. So being a solo player who just wants to play in their casual time and just happy to tick along, to be able to benefit from the skins and all the drops from that, you need to join a guild so you can do the lens rad. But mate, we're definitely going to be in there. It's competitive but friendly. I think that's how I've been advertising it. Who said guns? Yes, please. Major, what do you like with a gun? It's not just about trust. Water management needs to be under control so guild players don't take water needed by make. Could you imagine if someone just keeps coming in, filling up their drink bottles and running out? That would be insane. That would be ridiculous. If you're in there collecting all this water and someone comes in, gets it. So look, I think from a circuit perspective, I don't see any other ways you'd do this. It doesn't need to be too complicated. You can make it more complicated if you wanted to. So, for example, if you wanted to, and this would be a stupid way of doing it, you could probably run this in series. And when I say in series, I'm going to do this for argument's sake, just so it looks stupid. And do not do it like this. But if you do and you lose something, so the reason we do it the way we did it, if there's a box that was removed, right? And this has come from an electrician's mind. If you remove the box from one of those previous circuits, everything else will remain. So it's run in parallel. Everything will stay as is. But what you could do, and I'm just thinking about it this way, can you do it? Circuit in, circuit out, circuit in, circuit out. Oh, this would be a stupid way. But the argument could be, and I'll do it this way. So let's say circuit 1 could pop into when, so you could do this with storage. You could do this with storage. So if your box was, if circuit 1 was full, then it could go into this box. And then if that one was full, it could go into, no, that's out, wrong one, dickhead. No, that's right, yeah, out. Did I do it the right way? Oh, no, it's the other way around. I fucked up there. Did I? No, that's in. That's out. Either way, we'll go in the reverse. Just because I've been doing stupid shit tonight, we'll go in reverse. Out, out. So, argument's sake, if you did it that way, oh, and then you had a machine, we'll just pick another color. Let's just say the refinery went out, up, and in, into that box. Argument's sake, if you lost this storage box, that's a bad square, that would break the circuit. So the other storage box, this one up the top here, wouldn't get used. So that would break the circuit in line. So you do have to make sure you are doing it in parallel and not series. That would just be dumb. And there we go. That's circuits. Hey, Marty. We'll check it out for sure. We mix a good, solid PvE players, but on Scum we play hardcore, so lots of PvP. But when you mentioned Scum in Focus, I got excited. I was like, In Focus knows how to PvP because you don't play Scum without fighting. 150,000 mils of water for one ornicopter. So is it that much? That's a lot of water. That is a lot of water, Rave. You know me, I love transporting goods, high risk, high rewards. COD, FPS, survival, vet here. I'll make sure we have enough suppliers. Love getting suppliers in hot zones. Fantastic. Look, with that circuits, what I'll do, I'll actually type that up nicer, make a little infographic for how circuits work, put some complicated circuits in there. But like I said, not complicated, can be easy. The hardest part, I say not complicated, completely screwed at the beginning. But yeah, it's not complicated. You just need to remember what numbers are going where. With the build I'm looking at, wow. Oh, with that 110,000, well, that would be good. If you can get 110,000 mils per hour, that'll be beneficial. All right, so just to check my list. I heard it was from Ike guy who got the Omnicopter during beta. He says it, and that's just for first Scout Omnicopter. That's a lot of water. That is a hell of a lot of water. Hey, the positive is it might be a lot of water, but it's also a lot of killing. It's definitely a lot of killing. So if obviously the blood extractor and whatnot, won't be that bad once you get all the catches. Yeah, all the wind catches and stuff like that. So recruiting, we are recruiting for the guild. So OCE, EU, and NA guilds. Giveaway. Make sure you check the description down below. We do have a giveaway. I am giving away 4 early access editions to Dune Awakening. So if you haven't got yourself a copy or you want to get yourself a copy, go down to the Gleam link below, open that up. There's 4 opportunities to get entries into the draw. So do that. So that's something that's a must. It's free. It's easy. It doesn't cost you nothing. There's bugger all people that have entered, so there's a good chance you could win. Okay. And then outside of circuits, I've got leaks and time. So I'm guessing that was water you need to make ingots in the vehicles. Yeah, I'm guessing so too. So one thing that popped up today, and I'll find that now, is potentially, whether this is new or fake, I don't know. I'm going to have to update that picture. It's driving me mad. I'll delete it. Where was the picture that I saw? There it is. I'm going to copy image. I'm just going to, just bring it over. Why not? Bring him over. We've got a new map. So this map looks a lot nicer. Sorry, if you don't want spoilers, don't watch. Don't watch. Look away now. But we've got a new map. Oh, got to get the epic pen up. So this looks much better than what we were using the other day. But what we've got now is we know where the Mentat is. So we knew that the Mentat was in Haga Rift, but now we can see that Mentat is right next to Anvil. So it's not far away at all. Yeah, no, I hadn't seen this one until today. So one of the guild members put this into Discord today. So it doesn't look like it's, I don't know where they got this one from, because it doesn't look like a map that you would have got from the game, but they've got it from somewhere. So data mine, not sure. So it looks like just a reminder for who are we looking for? The what are they called? Let's just call it classes for now. We've got the plantologists down here. They've got the trooper there. We've got the Mentat over here. We've got Swordmaster up there, and then we've got Ben Gesserit over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're done. That easy. So I think these two, obviously you can do them together when you get there. It's just a matter if you need the Mentat. Actually, get the Mentat skills up to remind me. Was Mentat a was Mentat a class that we wanted straight away? Why am I not seeing it? Must have closed it. What is it? Dune Awakening. Skill of Builder. We'll get rid of them. So if you're a sniper, if you're going sniper, 100% you want Mentat. That's 100% the one you want to get. I don't think there's anything else crazy that you needed early on from a Mentat. So the requirement to go over there and get it right away, I don't think that is huge, in my opinion. Durability loss, it would be nice early on. Hey, Vlad, how you going, buddy? Is a normal Mentat trainer, do you go to the same trainer advanced training as well? Maybe you don't know. I don't know for the advanced stuff, because later you need advanced to unlock more skills. Just a normal one, Rave. The advanced ones are in the social hubs. Oh, nice. Thanks, Vlad. I had no idea where the advanced trainers were. I'm looking forward to seeing the social hubs, to be honest. They are going to be the loudest areas ever. So if you've got voice turned on in-game, people are going to be screaming off their tits. I do have a video coming out in why you need a guild. And that was one of my points is to find a guild, you can use, obviously, the official Discords to find guilds. Or you can find in-game in the social hubs, there's just going to be people running around like idiots. I'll probably be one of them. Even though I might have a full guild, I just like running around like an idiot, looking for guild members. I'm hoping the social hubs are wild, to be honest. Mentat pairs well with Trooper. Which part of Mentat are you thinking about, Mighty? Are you the open guild? Are you open to a guild on Guild Collab? Oh, 100%. Definitely. Anyone? Oh, we are treaties, by the way. So if you're Harkonnen, apologies, that's not going to happen. But anyone that wants to team up or do anything, definitely looking at that. Obviously, guild comes first, but when it comes to alliances or going in the deep desert, that's always nice. I don't know how that's going to work from a PvP perspective. So that will be interesting. I'll get this one on the map, on the screen. No villain. If you know Vlad. Unlock only for advanced trainer because you need to fly to social hubs, right? I believe so. I think as far as I know, everything's north, isn't it? Someone could correct me, but just from what I've heard. That's a problem. Are you Harkonnen in focus? Are you Harkonnen? Oh, no. That could be a problem. That could definitely be a problem. Might have to find you in the deep desert, my friend. No holds bar. I'll see you in the deep desert. There's a headshot being lined up straight away, potentially with a scattergun. Gathering supplies early to mid, maybe early late game. Have your own vehicle station, support yourself. Look, Major, I'm pretty sure when you within the game, I think everyone's going to have their own base. Everyone's going to build their own thing. I think there's things that if people, for example, if you're lacking on resource or something, you might go help someone. But I'm pretty sure everyone will have their own thing. Hopefully we get first vids on DD Wednesday and then during live stream. I'm hoping so too. Like I said, I'll be 6-8 hours later, but hopefully we do. You got taxis in the outposts that can fly between each other and the social hubs. Well, I heard about these taxis. I did hear about these taxis. I don't know how they work, but I'm interested to see how they work. See our going style and our backstory. Well, you did say you came from Scum in Focus. You did say that. We welcome it. Let us know your world. I think we're going Spartan. I think if that's a world that pops up again. But look, overall, because I have been told. Where are we? I have been told that this area is probably the last area that you go to mine a whole lot of stuff over here. So this will be last, and I believe this is first. How you rotate around the world at the moment, I feel like there's 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it'll be 12th. So how you go, my guess is that you sort of rotate around this way, wouldn't you? Just rotate up, around through there, do your bits and pieces, and then come back down there. Is my guess. That is purely a guess based on the information that I know off the top of my head. Like I said, Shoal scares the absolute hell out of me in regard to sandworms. Like, all this open desert is ridiculous. And Dangerous Low, look how, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy. Hagar Rift comes after the second Vermilion that I know. Okay, yeah, so that will be 4th. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, however, this Jabal. When anyone says, where are you right now? I am not going to be able to tell you where I am if I'm in this area. I'm going to have to, how am I going to say it? Our Janub, our Garb, and our Shirak. This word here, I'm not going to attempt. Ifrit, I don't know. It's just going to be our Shirak, Janub, or Garb. That's where we're going to be. If anyone knows how to say it, please let me know. I'm going to have to look up pronunciation. Yes, the base location that we're looking at is over in this area. So we'll somewhere in that location, we'll chuck it up. Ideally, because from the beta, that's as far as we got. And in my leveling guide, you can find online, if I play 1, 2, 3. In my leveling guide, I did say if you wanted to farm resources before you get to steel, this rotation here was a good rotation, just going through this way. However, so I'll go back one. Someone did suggest today that the rotation would probably be better if you went this way. Was it any clockwise? Did you say? Or clockwise? I think he said clockwise. I think he was saying there. So you hit the shipwreck first, just in case. Because if you get here first, you hit there first, then you may be lucky. Need a serious worm dodging skills for the place? 100% you do, or very fast. Well, the ornicopter will help us over. We will look. You eventually will. This is when I say this area. This will probably be our first base area. Once we start building out, looking out elsewhere. So when we're looking at the building, was it the building guide that they released the other day? They built their base here, right on the edge of this cliff. So these cliff faces. I think there's a large mountain up here as well with a nice view over the top. Another spot right up there. So there's a few options that I saw in some of the footage that they released when they were going through the land. But for right now, from the beta, from what we know, I think this was a nice starting point down in this section right here. Ifrit for a simple pronunciation. Yeah. I'm still probably slaughtering it. But look, tell me a game that you haven't been in where they've tried to name the world or the zones with names you can't even say. Like, I can't think of a game where they've just called it a basic name. It always has to be some fancy name from way back when people couldn't speak. Except you've got all these fancy names, Meister Tyrrell, Shoal, Familius is probably a big enough word, all these, and then you got Eastern Shield War, Western Shield War. How do you get Eastern and Western Shield War when you got all these other names popping up? Yeah, copy. That's where we are in the beta as well. Yeah, nice. It just makes sense. It is central. It is not a lot of nice things, and I guess that's as far as you could go. Makes sense to hit the shipwreck first, because if you happen to come across some PvP, better to do it early and then run. Yeah. No, look, I think that was a great example, a great idea to hit that first. So we're going to go straight from Anvil. We're going to go straight up, plan our asses up there, and then I think, to that point, go this way. Drawing all over the screen. Fremen names are roughly based on Arabic in the books, so I guess it's closest to that. Yeah, fair enough. That makes sense. Thanks, Rafe. I think, for me, was it New World had some tricky ones. Ashes of the Creation I'm playing now, that's got some tricky ones. So I don't know where they get it from. But I butcher anything and everything. So other than the map that we saw today, the other big one, and I'll get out of that. The other big one, I'll move this out of the way so I can find it. The other big one we got was, let me find it. This one. Can you zoom in? Now, I don't know if this is correct. I'm trying to look at to see, okay, has someone photoshopped this or not? I can pronounce Western Shield War. Me too. I think I can. So I don't know if this is correct. It was posted today. Apparently it got taken down. I've been told this was in a screenshot that was saved against their website. That's on their website now, is it? Right now? You're saying it's on their website right now? Is it? Let me check. I haven't gone to their website to check. Oh, really? It's in their artwork section. Yeah, I heard that. That's what I heard in their website. I thought you were saying it was on the website now. And the requirements for a good base location will change as soon as the Ornithopter is available, since you are no longer bound to the ground. Yeah, I think that makes things a lot easier. And you probably end up moving away from some of the basic resources, for sure. They dropped it about midday. Really? So look, people are quick. They are quick. Ground bound for mining, a big amount of mats. Get the carrier. Look, it's going to be exciting. I think some of my goals, some people don't have goals when they get into this, but I think some of the main goals for me are definitely, I want to hit level 200. I want to contribute to all the houses in the land strat so I could get all the drops. Get all drops, get to level 200. After that, I think they're, from a achievement level, I think they're the main things I want to do. Obviously, you've got winning a land strat and voting and doing all those sorts of things, bit of PvP and trading and having fun. But I think, contributing to those houses and getting all those drops and hitting 200. So I think that's going to be a mission in itself, because you need to get all the drops in a house, you need to contribute 14,000 points or whatever they are to get all the maximum drops. And for example, if you're going to do it from a PvP route, a PvE route, a bike is worth 320 points. So 320 points to get 14,000, that's a lot of bikes. What's the calculation for that many bikes? Let me see. Calculator. I think it was 360. So 14,000 divided by 360, 38 bikes. And that could get you 14,000. So a few bikes. So still a whole lot of crafting stuff. And then from a PvP perspective, you got to hold the spot and you get 10 points per minute, I think it was, by memory. But yeah, it's a long time. So a lot of work per house, and there's 25 of them. Same with the Steam Deck, verified graphic was up there and then they took it. Wow. Do you reckon they did that by purpose or someone got fired? They wouldn't have got fired, but someone definitely stuffed up. Having fun for sure. Exploring and make a lethal sniper build for endgame. That's my goal. Yeah. Oh, yeah, actually exploring. Actually, that's the last one. Probably unlocking everything at 100%. I think getting everything at 100% would be a pretty good achievement. How much do you think Solari is going to be a part of the game? Is it worth trying to play the market like the mapping? I think so, in focus. I think Solari is going to be a big component from a crafting perspective as well. Where else did I see Solari? There's something else, but I 100% do. I think there might be rare resources that you won't get, or it's going to be hard to find where you may need to buy them. So Rotten Bob, he's got the water industry. The survey mapping industry sounds pretty cool. Be able to get out there. How long it takes you to survey the full desert? That would be a good question that I'd like to know. You can buy most things. At the beta, it seemed like you could buy most of the things that you needed, which was pretty good, which I didn't mind there. But if these global launch times are correct, I'm in Australia. I am in Sydney. I don't want to start at midnight. Midnight seems horrible because I'm on that verge of, do I go to try to change my sleeping patterns and go to bed early? But to get enough sleep to last, I would have to go to bed at like 6 p.m. So that means I'd have to leave work, get home, go to bed. That's just not feasible. The other one is starting at 12, play till about 2 or 3 in the morning, go to bed and get up early. I think that's the most doable one. Some people say, no, let's just start at 12 and go as long as you can. But I'm playing all the way till Monday night. I've got 4 days off. So I need to make sure I can maintain it. I'm not 18 anymore, unfortunately. Midnight Gang, 100%. Oh, look, I'm 100% going to be there. It's just how I tackle it. Get in the server and then go to bed. Yeah, Marty, I was going to say for you, it'll be 10 p.m. for you. It depends. Do you have Friday off? Are you playing Friday? Green material, shipwreck stuff. Some may have to buy, especially PvP gets in the way. Yep, those you can buy at the vendors from the very beginning. Saw a video today. He said 81 sections in the DD to map, and he said 6 hours to fully complete the map. Video was 2 months old. But look, I've played games like PAX Day, right? And I've done streams where I have streamed for 6 hours, by the way. 6 hours where I just cut down trees. I was cutting down trees for hours because we needed charcoal. And I was just cut down trees, put it in the kiln, put it in the box. So I don't know why I think I've got issues, but I wouldn't mind doing. Sorry, I got to turn that screensaver off. When the screensaver goes off, you won't be able to hear me. It cuts me out. Yeah, it's back. Preload games still have to. The preload. So the preload we should get. That won't be a problem. In the Philippines, 10 p.m. here, but I'm okay with the ping. Well, see, 10 p.m. is not too bad. You can get at least 4 or 5 hours in if you wanted to. It's 3 p.m. for me. 3 p.m. is not bad. At 3 p.m., 3 p.m. is good because Do you take the day off for 3 p.m.? Or do you just finish work early? 3 p.m., I guess, is not amazing, is it? Because you have to have that discussion of, do I do work today, do I not? Ideally for me, the number one time for me to start a game would be 7 a.m. A 7 a.m. start would be fantastic. You get up nice and early, which is currently in LA, USA. They're starting at 7 a.m. because you can still get up maybe about 5:30, have a shower, get settled in, have your breakfast, whatever you need to do, and then you can go for it. But 12 p.m. trying to get I'll probably get a 4-hour start in, but because in the guild we're going to organize groups, I have to see what everyone else is doing. So I might be part of a group that wants to do that. I might be part of a group. There might be groups that go, no, I'm playing all the way through. Groups that go, stuff it, I'm not going to start at 12. I'll just get up at 8 a.m. and start then. So it'll be a good question to see what happens. Finish work early. Same issues, dude. Scum literally steals hours from you, and the net result is you may have only sorted storage. That's awesome. It sounds like quick map. The dev said proper mapping could take hours longer to get all the nodes in the map. Look, the people are going to do it. 100% they're going to do it. Do you achieve anything from it? The only thing you may achieve from it, and as I said, is do you do it and then just give it to the guild? Or do you do it and then you sell that map? And I'm guessing, can you only make, could you imagine you could do it and you could only make one map? And you can keep the map for yourself or you sell it and then you lose all that data. That'd be crazy. Imagine that. You'd have to sell it for a hell of a lot. If PvP may be rare just because of the size of the map, you'd like to think that it's not, Rave, I'd like to think that it's not like Rust, where you literally walk around the corner, you hit a few trees and then bang, there's someone with the shotty or sniper. You'd like it to be a few and far between, where you know you can run across a desert where it feels massive, but all of a sudden, bang, you hear someone, you know that someone's coming. Play at least 12 hours high, and I don't know if I can sleep that long. Yeah, the problem with new games, I get too excited and I can't sleep. That's the shit part. So I know, regardless of what I do, I'll probably go to bed at 3. I'll probably wake up at 6. So I won't lie. And Friday is going to be a bad day, a very bad day. You still have people competing over the Eco Lab and the Spice Fields. Yeah, true. Yeah, I guess you got the points of interest that people want to actually go to. So people are going to be going to that spots for PvP. It's a massive guild. Yeah, imagine that. You cross the desert. Guys, help. Mate, you're like an hour away. You flog the maps or trade for Eco Lab runs. Look, it could be a hard one. It might be a hard one. Like, I'm a hoarder. So as soon as I had that map in my hands, I wouldn't want to get rid of it. You can copy maps, can you? How many times? That'd be expensive to copy, I reckon. Barter with the Xur guilds for either a protected lab run or something rare. See, I don't trust Xur guilds. To be honest, I'm glad they're doing something about Xur guilds. I think that having Xur guilds in the game can ruin a game for a majority of people. I'm sure the people in the Zerg, but they're loving life. Oh, look, we just killed those 2 people. Haha, they came back. We killed them again. Yeah, great. That's good for you. But if there's a way to limit the exposure to that type of activity, it makes it far more fun. Crazy to think that you can only sell the map for that week. Yes, true. So imagine that. You've got 6 hours to play. You go out, you craft a map, you sell it, and then the following week you do it all again. Going to be a lack of sleep for the first weekend. Oh, rave. I've got to change that. I'll change it later, but I'll keep my hand on the mouse. I'm going to be hurting. I am going to be hurting for that few 4 days, Raven. I don't want to think about it. Spicefield Eruptions happens in PvE maps as well. I had no one near me in beta. Well, I think with the PvE, for PvE players, I think it's fantastic. I think it's actually really good, as in there's an opportunity to still be able to do what you need to do by doing PvE. If you want to do PvE style and just want to get on, you just want to chill that day, great. If you want to go do a PvP, I think PvE, you put the work in, but it's not, you're continually moving forward. With PvP, you're going to put some work in and you can get absolutely dominated and lose shit. So that there's a higher risk. There's definitely a higher risk for a PvPer versus a PvEer. I think this will make the maps valuable. The maps, it'll be interesting to see how well maps go from a price perspective. Is it everyone going to do it? When you buy a map, does it come up at a completion rate? It's like you look at the market, there's an 80% completed map. Is that a thing? Versus buy a 95% completed map. Imagine if it got to the point where maps would be, you completed 95% and then you realize that 5% you missed was on the other side of the bloody desert. That would be awful. I want to know if you spawn in the same spot each time you go into the DD. Yeah, that's a good question. Where do you spawn the DD? I'm sure we'll find out the interview or the launch in 2 days. So many people don't have mics and just talk, which sucks a bit. I love a chat in the open sands. Imagine that. Just you and another person talking in the open sands and all of a sudden one of you pull out a shotgun. Spawn in safe. How many safe zones? Do you know how many safe zones there are? One square of the DD is PvE protected. Has anyone played the game? What's the game? Deadside. Deadside's very similar. You'd have these PvE. Oh, Rust is the same. Like when you're dropping off scrap and stuff like that, they're all PvE protected areas. And then as soon as you leave them, then bang, PvP. Will people just be camping the entries to them zones? That's not. Well, it depends on how big that zone is, I guess. But look, it's definitely going to happen. But I don't think they would have done it that way where you can get caught in the zone. So you can make it out, no problem. So I guess the only issue is someone follows you out. So you might have a scout, for example, in that you might have a scout watching you, and then just telling your guild, we're following you out. Because I remember, it was Deadside. It's sort of like an extraction shooter where you'd go out, similar to this, you'd go out, you farm, you do all your bits and pieces, you collect your gear, and then you had to come back. But entering and exiting the area was always a saucy one. But, sorry, I'm eating Starburst. Have a recon party ahead. But the question is, what do you lose? So I know they've got let's just say the whole map loses everything, and you run the lance grab, you got the decree that says you die in PvP, you lose everything. That's horrible. Actually, that's very bad. That was sour, so I'm struggling. So you get the decree in lance grab, full PvP drop. Wow. What do you take with you? It doesn't happen as much as you think. Scum was traders, which are safe zones, and the areas around it easy picking for PvP ambush, but just doesn't happen because you wait for ages and nothing happens. Yeah, that's fair enough. Look, that's a good point. If you're waiting for nothing and just for a kill, yeah, that would be terrible. Yeah, in Rust they do it all the time, but Rust I feel like is a much smaller area. And I think you got a bigger grudge. Like you know where their base is, and you know where if they're currently dropping off scrap or whatever they're doing to run, you know where they're going to run to. I think that's a lot easier. But I guess with Dune it's much larger. But I guess to that point for drops, people are going to get loaded. If you're going out there in PvP and it's full drop, you could get some good stuff. Where you're going to have to get a feeling for it, just where you run out naked. Guess you only take gear, ammo, spice for sniffing, and water with you in a D&D. Rest you leave in PvE. Well, it depends. Do you gear up if you're going to go out to the Fuck, I've got to stop that, don't I? Maybe I've got to stop talking. That's what I've got to do. But yeah, do you gear up? Do you gear up because you know you're only going out for PvP? So you're targeting PvP right now. So that's why you would gear up. But I guess that's the problem with Tarkov. So Escape from Tarkov, people get some good stuff, and they get really good stuff. But who do you know that goes and plays Escape from Tarkov and takes out their best gun and their best armor set? They don't. Unless there's a specific reason, every run is a naked run with a pistol. You might, if you're full and you've got plenty of something, okay, you might carry something a little bit bigger, but no one fully decks themselves out because they're too scared to use it. But at the same time, if you don't use it, then what's the point of having it? I feel you find more PvP protecting your farmers. Darts, and more darts and toilet paper. The grounding anti-air is quite strong at the moment. What are we talking about? Which game? You just have to get over the gear. Yeah, gear fear is a big thing. You can get, and it's whether people want to work for it again. It sucks. It did. Look, I admit it. It sucks. But maybe if you're going to put the gear on, I think you have to make those choices where you put the gear on and you go, guys, we're going to PvP. We're putting everything on. We're not running and gunning in this. We're hunting. And that's essentially what it is, hunting. And then you just got to tell yourself that's what you're doing today. If you're going out and you're just getting spice or whatever it is, fair enough. Go naked, do what you have to do. We want to make sure you're not going to lose anything stupid. But at the same time, it depends on how valuable that resource is that you get. So the resource that you're going to collect is extremely valuable. Do you then go out with that party? Do you take those guns? Do you take that armor? But at the same time, the highest tier of armor and gun, how expensive is it? So I think there's a trade-off there. I think we'll say, for example, like games of Tarkov, where the best guns are rare, like they're very rare. But the rare guns in Dune, how rare are they? Are they reasonable? You won't drop gear, but if you die, you'll lose durability. In PvP, oh no, we're talking about, so if you got the full decree, so if you've won the Landstrad and you vote for the 3 decrees, one of those gear, you do lose, so you mean you lose durability on the armor? But you do lose everything, don't you? Oh, who would you got? Lunch breaks over. Oh, see you, Rave. It depends what games you have played before and how much gaming a week you can actually do. If you're a 6 hours plus gamer a night, then gear is nothing. But you do 6 hours a week, then it's a different. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I'm pretty sure, Porter, you lose everything. As far as I'm going to have to go back and read it. I think I've only read it once. You only lose a gear during the guild buff. Yeah, the decree. And to be honest, I feel like that decree, unless it's limited, and actually that's probably one thing I know. When you vote for decrees at the end of when you win the Landstrad, do you get to vote between all decrees, or does it give you a random set of decrees to roll? Because I was going to say, where you drop everything in PvP, I feel like that's going to be a decree that will constantly be up if it's something to pick from. Pointy, I'm sure there is. Where's the decree? Where is it? Let me find it. Dune Awakening. Was that Landstrad? Let's look at this.
Now, all of these you see here are houses, and if you complete goals for these houses, decrees that.
Was it here? Might not have been this one. I wonder if there's a list of decrees.
Requirements. The Landstrad vote requirements can be met by providing whatever House representative complete a House vote from the House shell of this play. Thank you for watching, and check out some of my other guides if you are interested in more information. I'm trying to just get
Landstrad
that I possibly can about this
decrees.
Game. I had a lot of questions, and I'm sure you do too.
Dune Awakening. Landstrad decrees. Maybe it was in this one. I can't see. I can't see a list of decrees anywhere.
I have now two.
Hey, Sergeant. Anyone know here how early fast we can unlock Mentat Trainer? As I think of starting a Ben Gesserit or Swordmaster in Mentat. It's pretty early on. Don't want to wait for... I do, actually. I do, Sergeant. I'll tell you in a second. It's towards the top of the map. I don't know if in Landstrad. Sorry, I'm talking D&D only. Okay. Yeah, no, all good. See you, Major. Have a good night, buddy. Where did the map go? Do we still have the map? I'll just show you on the new map, Sergeant. I'll pull him over there. Here we go. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this. So, Mentat. So this was leaked the other day. So if you do want... where's my pen? So to get the Mentat Trainer... It's not the earliest thing, but here he is. He's over in this corner. So once you do Hager Basin, you get the Plantologist and you get the Trooper. You head north. You've got the second testing station. Not testing station. What's it called? The trial. The second trial. Once you've done the second trial, look, you can go up to Anvil. You can do your piece and pieces. And realistically, I can only assume you can go over to the Mentat Trainer straight away, just from the Anvil, now that that area is unlocked. Yeah, I think you should be able to have Mentat in 20 minutes of hitting the Anvil. So as long as you know how to get to Anvil, the big A, you should be fine. Should have zoomed in for you. So do that again. So start in Hager Basin. Get the Plantologist, get the Trooper, head up, do your second trial, hit Anvil, chat to everyone there, and then if you really need to, head over, grab Mentat, and job done. So you shouldn't be too bad. So maybe within 2 hours, you should definitely have, you can have Mentat if that's the goal if you want to rush it. But that's where he is, so good to go. No, so I have one thing I know is I'm pretty sure it's quite easy. I think it's almost like a hand in as well. Pick something up close, hand in. So it's not too bad. So nice, easy job done. But as I was saying, where was move that out of the way. Oh, there she is. Delete.
And you guys with me to talk about exchange
to their guildmates, but in
as like
a multifaceted approach.
player.
And as you can see,
Oh, here it goes. This is where I saw it.
Week where you can see there are these 25 great houses shown, but you don't know what they require.
See when he goes to decree. I'm sure I saw it here.
Once you have revealed the tasks, it will tell you and your whole faction what you need to do to complete it.
And of course,
by the end of the week, we'll win. But there's also the possibility of faction.
We get there.
Another guild and like work together to make sure. Oh, we especially.
Here we go.
The powerful and they alter the.
Is this the one? The right of salvage. By decree of the Landsraad Council, under the seal of the Imperial Majesty, the conflicts between the great houses has been escalated in accordance with the greater rules of Kenley. The right of full salvage will apply to any and all battles that occur beyond the Shield War of Arrakis, or spoils to the victor. So all items are dropped and can be looted by anyone when defeated in the deep desert. So that's the decree. If that one's on, it said it there, you drop everything. And can be looted by anyone and everyone. Not everyone, you can only drop it once, but so yeah, confirmed. Absolutely confirmed. So yeah, that one's a dangerous one. So that's what I'm saying will that be, are they tokens? What are they? I don't know what they are. Whatever's accumulating down there. But as you can see, if this is on every week, then the deep desert could be very dangerous. Very dangerous. Not ideal, but it'll get there. We'll get there. All right, so where's my list? Make sure I've covered everything for tonight. So, wrong list. I'm writing on bloody everything these days. Got to get a book. So reminder, we are recruiting. So if anyone needs a guild whatsoever, we are recruiting for a guild in Oceania, NA, and Europe. So we are recruiting for those three. So plenty of spots available for everyone. All you have to do is click on the Discord link below, and that takes you to Discord. All the information there. Usually, as soon as someone joins, I'm in there saying hello anyway. Giveaway in the link, but the description below, there is a giveaway. So we do have 4 copies of Dune Awakening early access edition. So if you want to get yourself a copy, or you want to get a friend a copy, make sure you head down, enter the draw for that. Absolutely free. Like I said, there's a bugger all entrance at the moment. We are giving away prior to launch, so get in. There's a very good chance of winning that one. Very good. We've shown the map. We've shown the time that bloody apparently the game's going to drop. And then the last one were the circuits. So we've gone through circuits. Before we wrap up, just to go over the circuits again to make things very simple for everyone. And apologies for doing it in the wrong orientation. I should have done the circuits under each other. So the basic circuit structure, come join us, please. I need worm bait. The basic worm structure. The basic structure is, and this is the different orientation from in the game, but should I quickly change it? I'm going to quickly change it. Let me just do this because it's doing my head in. We're just going to have to sit through this for a second, just so we're going to make it easier. I'll get rid of my Mr. Dump Box man. Clean him up. Is there anything else I need to clean up? Nah, that's fine. We'll get this guy. Because if we do... Actually, I'll get a clean one. If we do that. Copy. Paste. Do that. If anyone wants to learn how to paint, we're doing it. We're doing it right now. This is paint. I need someone to change the what's it called? The description of the video of the stream, just so everyone knows what's going on right now. Just a quick paint tutorial. This is how the pros do it. So if you've ever seen some of those good graphics and whatnot, this is 100% the way it gets done. And then if we do this, no, we want that one. One there, one there, one there. Look at that. Look at that. You would have thought I was an editor of some description, wouldn't you? So I'll put him there. Actually, I want to go build this box. We're going to do a solid fill. Wow, I'm getting much better. I've learned all of this on stream, by the way, so if you're impressed, makes sense. That storage box needs to move over. OCD's hurting a little bit. Fill this guy in. And this is going to be much better for everyone to understand. So this time I'm going to put him up there. We're going to get rid of these guys. Goodbye, circuits. I'm going to move the fabricator. Down. I can't move him down there. My bloody head's in the way. I'll move it. I'll move it here. Where's my head? We'll fix it up. We'll fix it up. Finery. Move him over there. Take the heading. Jesus. I'm going to get it. If anyone's seeing this, I'm going to get a job after this. So I was going to say, look at that guy's skills. I've never seen anyone use paint in such a way. Well, I thought it was actually real life. Like AI is actually stressed out at the moment. I'm doing this so well. And apologies, I can't see what anyone's writing because I'm focusing. This is hard work. 1, 2, and 3. And now this is where all the magic happens. Bang, 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 bang. Look at that. Jesus. Who would have thought? Now, I'm going to copy this line. Put him... I'll move him down a little bit further. We need to get rid of these. We need to move these guys down. Where's my camera in the way? No, we're good. We're good. Move him across. Slight hiccup. Move him over there. I swear I have to get diagnosed with OCD one day, I think. Surely people just don't do this on a normal basis. Copy. Look at that. Oh, damn. I copied it too low. Copy. Paste. There we go. There we go. All my dreams have come true. Done. Oh, yes. Circuit left in, circuit right out. Done. What did I miss? Did I miss anything? AI isn't coming for your job, mate. Your paint mastery level. I know. There's not a chance. I don't think anyone could program that. I'm just probably going to move the whole lot. I'll move this in a bit closer. I'm just going to move the whole lot across just so I don't have to move the camera. And that's it. I think we're done. All right, sweet. That's it. So, where's the pen? Move him down there. We're back. So, before we finish up for the day, this is the last circuit tutorial. The proper circuit tutorial that should have happened at the beginning. So, everyone that's jumping in now, if you want to know how circuits work in, what's it called? Dune Awakening. You have circuit numbers, and then you have the circuits. Each box or each machine has a in and an out. So anything on the left is in, and anything on the right is out. So if you want anything to come in into a box, you need to go into there. If you want something to go into a fabricator, it's got to go into that section. So from here, let's just going to make this very simple. Circuit 1. Why didn't that work? That's why. So circuit 1, circuit 2, and then you've got circuit 2 and circuit 1. So from here, because the one on the left is in, anything from the fabricator, we want that to be in circuit 1. Because everything on the right is our out, and everything on the left is our in. And then same again, so just give you an idea which way that goes. That's a very straight line, by the way. And anything that's going to go into the fabricator needs to go in the in section, but come out of the box. And that's the way it goes. And we finally got it correct. So very simple way the box works. So from the image in the picture in Dune Awakening, the first circuit on the left is in, and the circuit on the right is your out. You have up to 8 circuits that you can change with and play with. So as we were saying before, if you just want to make it a bit more complicated again, Fabricator makes a lot of equipment, so you want to make sure that goes out to multiple boxes. You can just make all of these, and this is all you need to do, is make this circuit 1 and circuit 1. By doing that, once one box is full, it will extend and go up to 1 and go up to 2. And everything from the fabricator will go straight into those 3 boxes. Very simple. But however, all the mats for your fabricator will come out of circuit 2, where circuit 2 will go into that machine. So you might just use this storage box, the first one, as your dump box. So draw Mr. Dumpman again. And he drops all his shit into this box, and the fabricator will use that, and you need 3 boxes to store all your stuff. Main reason you do circuits is to organize, but the main one reason is to organize, but the main reason for circuits is probably guild distribution. Just because if you lock a box, so you make this box on the far right an owner, no one can access this box. You're the only one that can access this box. However, if you can access this refinery, this one here, and you have mats in this box that this refinery wants to use, no matter who owns this box, the refinery will go to that box and take all those mats. So you do need to use circuits to justify where this refinery can take mats from. So if you've got a box of your own that's locked off to anyone or secret area, you just change the circuit so people don't take the mats from you. The only issue with that is if you've got a secret box off to the side here, that's where you're putting all your mats in. You know, your mats go in there, blah, blah, blah. You do need, that can be locked off because this might be circuit, let's just say circuit 8. If that's circuit 8, none of these machines can take from circuit 8. Let's just say they're got different numbers. None of these machines can take from circuit 8. Just means you need to go to your box and go put it into a box that has circuit 4. So the refinery circuit 4, it needs to go into a box that has circuit 4. But at least you know any rare materials that you collected, no one can access them. However, the owner of the sub-thief can access every box. So if you're doing it that way, usually the guild leader or someone trustworthy will do all that work for you. But other than that, that's the fancy circuit diagram. Like I said, I'll clean that up later. I'll make those lines a little bit straight. They're pretty straight already, but I'll just make them a little bit straighter. Also, you need to fill up the machine storage slots before it won't auto drop. Very true in focus. Good point. So if the refinery has 4 slots available because it has its own inventory. Any mats that get made from this refinery will go straight in here. So you just get one, whatever, fiber, gold, whatever you want to put in it. Just put one in each slot. And once it's full, then it will go. So the out, so let's make this number 5. And the in will make that number 5. And anything from this refinery will also, well, we'll cancel that circuit. Will come out, go straight into that one. And that's it. Job done. But other than that, guys, it is 20 to 10, so I do have to get to bed. Jump in the Discord if you haven't. So plenty of space in the Discord. Have a chat. We talk shit in there all the time about June, looking for the guilds. Got the giveaway, saw the details in the giveaway in there, so you can't miss out. And I'll probably be back tomorrow. I've actually got to see if the editors responded to see if how he's going on the next video. But other than that, guys, appreciate it. Thank you very much, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. See you guys. Bye bye. Got to find the stop button first. See you guys. Will do, Bob. I'm 100% going to change my screens